Hello everybody, it's Jay here. My hair's a mess. Ugh. And today I'm going to talk about cisphobia. Ooh, this could be interesting. If you haven't heard about cisphobia before, then I'm guessing you're not on Tumblr because it's a word that just gets thrown around a lot on Tumblr, and there's a few different ways to look at this, but basically what happens is, generally the situation is, that a trans person says something like venting on Tumblr, on their own personal blog, about how something awful or something bad has happened, and like a negative interaction with a cis person, and they're gonna be like, oh, I hate cis people. And then some cis person swoops in and is like, this is cisphobia. How would you feel if I said I hated trans people because one trans person was mean to me? And the trans person's like, okay, I was just trying to vent, but okay, pal, what you say? So, yeah. If you're not on Tumblr, you probably haven't witnessed this, so I recommend going on Tumblr and just checking it out and just looking up cisphobia, because you will find a lot of stuff. I want to talk about three things in regards to this. Firstly, trans people hating cis people, the trans side of cisphobia, and the cis side of cisphobia. So, firstly, I'm going to go with the trans people hating cis people. I personally don't hate cis people. The majority of trans people don't hate cis people. What the majority of trans people hate is that cis people in their lives, and even outside of their own lives, have power over them and have it easier. That's what trans people hate. Like, I generally don't say stuff that would get me targeted for cisphobia because I'm not willing to deal with the drama. But I would definitely say that, like, I feel like I would get angry and feel like it's unfair that cis people have it so much easier in so many respects than I do. Like, I would get angry at the fact that the other guys in my year can swim shirtless. I would get angry at the fact that other guys in my year don't have to worry about their puberty and stuff. I would get angry that other guys in my year don't have to really think about stuff in the same way that I do because of the fact that I'm trans. It's been pointed out to me by a lot of people that, hey, because you have to deal with this, you're probably in a different space to a lot of these guys, and that can't be easy. And they're right, because of the fact that I am trans, and I've had 14-ish years of experience living and being treated as a girl, versus now, 2 years later, with like an entirely different life, a way better life, but I still don't have what they have. And I hate having to worry about like top surgery and binding and stuff. Like, I'm worrying right now about the fact that you can probably tell that I'm wearing a binder because this shirt is quite thin and there's like a little V here. So like, as a trans person, I don't hate cis people. I hate that cis people can so easily have what I want, and that cis people get to decide things about my life. Like, cis people will get to decide about my gender recognition certificate. Cis people will get to decide if I get to go on hormones or not. Cis people get to decide if I get top surgery or not, etc, etc, etc. Cis people get to decide parts of my life, and I don't think that's fair. And the majority of trans people will think that way. But the thing is, when somebody close to you who is cis does something, and what they've done hurts you, it's easier to take it out on everyone than on that specific person. Like, it's easier for me to say, oh, I hate cis people, if, like, my cis best friend was to do something really transphobic. And I can see how people do that and why people do that. And I don't think trans people should be attacked for trying to vent about things that are happening in their lives. As a cis person, as an ally, hopefully, you should be able to realise that, okay, yeah, this person is angry about what's going on in their life. And yeah, they're saying that they hate cis people, but this isn't going to affect me. Like, a lot of cis people will draw the comparison and be like, oh, but like if you're saying that you hate cis people, what if I was saying that I hate trans people? But people saying that they hate trans people actually results in huge negative effects on the lives of trans people, such as depressions and suicides and not being able to access medical transition and not being able to access legal transition and stuff like murders. Like, transphobia has actual repercussions for trans people, whereas cisphobia doesn't have that for cis people. And see, that's the thing. People say that cisphobia is like transphobia, but against cis people. But the thing is that transphobia is discrimination, and to discriminate, you kind of need to be in a position of power. And trans people don't hold power over cis people. It's like how, yes, a black person could say something mean to a white person about them being white, but that doesn't make a black person racist. Because to be racist, you need to be discriminatory, and that's just being an asshole. You're not in a position of power. That's the thing. So, I saw an interesting spin on this the other day. Well, it's actually not the other day. This was like a few months ago. And I don't know where this post is. I will try and find it. Somebody I follow posted this thing about cisphobia. And they said how cisphobia is not what people say it is. People always say cisphobia is trans people discriminating against cis people, but to them, cisphobia is the fact that they are afraid of cis people. They are literally afraid of cis people. They don't feel safe with cis people. And I think that's an important thing that people should realise, that a lot of trans people don't feel safe with cis people. Yet cis people are able to go out and be like, oh, I feel so offended when trans people whine about cis people all the time. Like, yeah, I get why you would be offended, but you have to realise that these people are coming from a position that is so wildly different from yours that you cannot possibly understand, and you need to just bear that in mind and try and be respectful of the fact that these people are probably dealing with something right now that you haven't dealt with, won't have to deal with, and will probably, thankfully, never have to deal with, you know? So, yeah. This is just my 2 cents on cisphobia. I think makes a lot more sense to me for cisphobia to be trans people being afraid of cis people than trans people discriminating against cis people. And I think that cis people need to chill out a little bit when it comes to calling trans people out for cisphobia. But this is just my 2 cents. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, please click down here and like it. If you want to watch more of my videos, you can subscribe down here and check out more of my videos on my channel. Thank you, and goodbye.